Happy Friday, everyone. Today is Friday, January the 11th, 2019. And man, oh man, we could not have more gorgeous weather on tap today. We have an abundance of sunshine. Highs are going to reach 74 degrees. Our low is only going to be 70. So not a lot of difference there between the daytime high and the overnight low. There is not a chance of precipitation today. Winds are going to be from the northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour, so that's awesome. And our relative humidity will get back up to 66%, so it will feel a lot warmer today than it did yesterday because the humidity was low and the high temperature was almost 10 degrees less than what it is today. So overnight, low of 70, a 20% chance of precipitation comes into play. Winds do increase a little bit. They get up to about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and the relative humidity gets up to 69%. Our sunrise today is at 7:13 a.m., and our sunset is at 5:58 p.m. The first high tide is at 12:25 a.m., and the next high tide is at 1:32 p.m. The first low tide is 7:04 a.m., and the next low tide is at 6:48 p.m. Overall, we have a gorgeous 10 hours and 45 minutes of sunshine, and the solar transit will be at 12:35 p.m. So while the rest of the country is waiting for the wrath of Winter Storm Gia, not us. We are looking more beautiful than ever. We have atmospheric pressure on the rise, going from 30.06 to 30.15. Our UV index drops to a 5 today, so it's a little less intense than it has been, but still it's in the moderate range, so you will be soaking up some sun if you're out there, so take protection. Our water temperature right now in the nearshore waters is holding steady at 74 degrees, but after yesterday's cool snap, we might have it drop another degree or two. So, swells offshore, they start out overnight about 5 feet as the wind is still been kicking up from yesterday, and then they begin to drop all day long as that wind dies down. So, they'll get to barely over a foot by the end of the day. Our tidal coefficient is very low for us today. It's average on the scale, but it's a 55. So it will be very little difference, less than a foot difference between our lowest low tide and our highest high tide. So only a foot of water in play for that today. If you're paying attention to the Solunar charts for some fishing activity, mojo maybe, we've got not great forecasts for the Solunar periods. Our major periods are only one fish activity from 4:27 a.m. to 6:27 a.m. and from 4:52 p.m. to 6:52 p.m. Our minor periods have low activity, which is 0 fish on the fish scale from 10:54 a.m. to 11:54 a.m. and from 10:51 p.m. to 11:51 p.m. But it's winter in the Florida Keys. We've been hearing great fishing reports. I would not let the Solunar charts keep me off the water if I was planning on going today. You're going to have lower winds, so that's going to be awesome. It's going to be a little bit warmer. Humidity is a little bit higher. You're still going to need a jacket when you go out, but you know what? When you're out there at the reef, or you're out there trolling, or you're heading offshore, the fish have been biting, and we've been getting great reports of good catches, so I would definitely take advantage of that. Now, our Gulf Stream continues to push slightly offshore. Once you get out there, you're going to be looking at winds from 10 to 15 knots, and at the same time, our wave height is really only going to be about a foot once you get into the Gulf Stream. So, not a terrible day to be doing some offshore trolling, maybe trying to catch some tuna, some mahi, maybe some wahoo are out there. You never know. Doesn't really matter though. It's Friday. We're heading into a beautiful weekend. We've got several festivals going on in town. There's just a lot to do. A lot of people are here. Our snowbirds are here. Lots of tourists are here. And this is a beautiful, beautiful time in the Florida Keys. So no matter where you are and what your plans are today, it is absolutely the perfect day to have a perfect day. This weather report is brought to you by 43 Keys Media. You can get this show as well as others as an Alexa Flash briefing and also on our YouTube channel. To learn more about our beautiful Florida Keys and everything that's currently going on, visit 43keys.com.